Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the informative session of the Masters in Electronic Engineering. My name is Alba Pagés Zamora. I'm the Dean of the Telecom School. And I will, here we have Professor Juan Manuel Moreno, who is the head of studies of this Masters, and also Sonia Celades, who, a person who is belongs to the administrative staff and will help you with all the paperwork, let's say. So I only have a few words to say here. The important things are going to be explained by the head of studies and Sonia. But I want to remark that I think it's important that you enroll a master's program, especially right after when you finish the bachelor degree. I think it's important because it's worthy from an economical point of view. If you, with a bachelor degree, you go to the market and start working, you can earn like 20,000 euros per year, more or less. And if you have a master's degree, you can ask for 26. So, of course, you will have to spend 1 year studying, or 1 year and a half, but it's worthy from the economical point of view. And also because in 3-4 years, your life might become a little bit more complicated, let's say, from the personal point of view. And it's once you start working, it's very difficult to find the time to stop, study, or to do both times at the same time, both things at the same time, to work and study at the same time. It's very difficult. So I think it's a good idea to, if you want to pursue, to enroll and to enlarge your knowledge and your skills, to do it right after the bachelor degree. Also, if you come from the industry and you studied a bachelor degree or another master's and you have been working for several years and you want to enlarge or change your professional or to increase your knowledge about the topic, I think it's very interesting to enroll a master's degree. I've seen a lot of curriculum of people who is like 40 years old, 35 years old. And when you look at the progression they have made from the professional point of view, they always use a master's degree to make a shift and to grow, right, from a professional point of view. So to enroll a master's degree is useful either if you come directly from a bachelor degree without a large professional experience, or if you are already working in this field and you want to improve and grow. Apart from this is useful for any master. This is a recommendation, a personal recommendation, if you want to enroll any master. In this master we are going to talk about today, the electronic engineering degree master's degree, you have to think that now Europe is devoting a lot of money, a lot of effort to build an ecosystem in microelectronics that will help, and there will be a lot of professionals, people with experience and knowledge in this topic will be required in Europe in the next years. So this is a sure bet for you. This master's is a sure bet for your future and to be able to work in any place in Europe, and I would say in any place in the world. So all of us, we are working. Now there is a momentum in Europe to build this ecosystem in microelectronics. What do I mean with ecosystem? A lot of universities, we are working together to improve our curriculum on these topics. Some factories for manufacturing semiconductors have to be started in Europe. a lot of effort and money is being devoted from Europe to research centers and to companies for the design of chips. So it's a very good option to enroll this master. So I finish with this and I give the word to Professor Juan Manuel Moreno. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Alba. So the first question you should ask yourselves is why you should make this master, and the answer is very the short answer is very clear. If you like electronics, this is the right place to be. Okay, not only because it is for more than 30 years that we are teaching this master, okay, in different modalities, and we made the last modification just 1 year ago, the last academic course, but also because people who will be teaching you are also people that not only teach, but are very active in research and in innovation. It means that they are involved in research projects and are involved in contracts with companies. So they have an up-to-date information for you to share about any of the different aspects related to electronics. As we will see, power electronics, analog design, microelectronics, RF design, etc. Okay, so, and this is very important. Okay, so we have a lot of experience, not only from a teaching point of view, but also from the research and cooperation with industries. And as you can see here, and those are numbers that we got from what we asked to the students. The employability is very high. Actually, most of people that are involved in the master are already working, okay, when they come to the master. And afterwards, almost all of them, just after 2 years, are working with not only they get a job, but they get a high qualified job, which is much more important than just getting a job, as Alba, as the Dean told you before. Okay, so the qualification you will get will permit you to access to jobs that are very well paid. Okay, this is important. Among other things, for instance, Hewlett-Packard has chosen this master for preparing their people here. As probably you know, Hewlett-Packard has a large infrastructure here in Sant Cugat, close to Barcelona, and they are also chosen this master for making the up-to-date formation for these professionals. Another thing, and this is something that is running from just 1 month ago, we are updating the context because we are doing research, because we are doing innovation, and because we are also involved in, as you can see here, teaching innovation. Okay, so since last month, in October, the school and this master is involved in a European project which is called Green Chips, that will tackle the update of curricula at the master level regarding sustainability and low power. Okay, and this is a good opportunity for you because with this project, we will have also mobility programs for students, so for moving around universities involved in this project. And additionally, you will typically be participating in the update of this curriculum that will take place for the first time in September next year. Okay, so it's important for you to know. This is something very new, so from 1 month before. Companies where people that have been standing here are working right now, a lot of them, so almost any company you can see here, Barcelona and Catalonia is very well known for the ecosystem in SMEs, small and medium enterprises related with electronics, so you will find very quickly and very easily a job in any one of them. Okay? So this is not said by me, so this is literally what our students say. So you can see that the students are very happy with the overall results of the master and with the qualifications they get and the grade they get and the experience and the knowledge they get after they complete the master. So those are students we have in the past working at World Sensing, at Hewlett-Packard, Salicru, which is a company making, for instance, power supplies. Okay, a very large company, a very well-known company making power supply systems. Okay, so that's the motivation. Okay, so why and then what? Okay, so the difference between this master and some other ones that are taught here in Spain, not only here in Catalonia but in Spain, is that the approach to electronics is very wide. Okay, so we are teaching not only power electronics, but we are teaching power electronics, we are teaching analog radio frequency, we are teaching instrumentation, we are teaching microelectronics or micro and nano electronic devices, we are teaching digital circuits at high level. Okay, we are teaching mixed-signal integrated circuits, and we are also teaching innovation. Okay, so our approach is not strict, it's not narrow, but it is wide. And then this is the mandatory formation you will get, and then afterwards you will get the specialization. I will comment on this later when I talk about the structure of the master. But the principal point is that there is a fundamental part where you get a wide approach to electronics, and then you can specialize on what you get. Okay, and we have different specializations because there are a lot of people here in the department dealing with different aspects of electronics. Okay, so of course you need a basic degree for coming here, bachelor degree that may be from a Spanish university or from abroad, no problems. You have the requisites for accessing the master, and then afterwards you get the official degree where you can use it either within the European Union or outside. So no problem. This is not especially important. Important point, the master is taught in English, so you need demonstration that you are able to follow the master in English. So there is you need to have a certificate of English for being enrolled in the master. This is something that is basically verified. Either you get it or you cannot enroll, because otherwise it is for you. It is not for us. It is because it is taught in English, and therefore if you cannot follow the courses, it is meaningless. Okay. So you can consult here where the different certificates and equivalences and these kind of things. Okay. So profiles for accessing the master. Okay. This is the other advantage of this master, that you can come from different degrees. Okay. Not only for the suggested one is this degree in electronic engineering for telecommunication, which is being taught here in the school, and then it gives you access directly to the whole master without any bridge, without anything else. Okay, you have the basic knowledge for going into the fundamental part of the master. But anyway, it is not an issue if you don't have this degree, because we have also bridges, and we can use also complements for you, and you can come from industrial electronic, or you can come from even from biomedical engineering, or from physics, or from nanoscience and nanotechnology. So there is a wide degree of different degrees that allows you to come here, okay, without any problem. Okay, so you can follow the master without any comment, without any problem. Not only if you come from here, but if you come from abroad. Okay, so now the structure. Okay, there are 4 basic parts in the master. Okay, this is the first one represented here as bridge courses, is the leveling part. It is used for people who come from a degree that is not being taught here in the school. Okay, so I will explain you later that basically we have here some courses that you should take depending on your background when you come here. Okay, this background is being analyzed by a commission, by the academic commission of the master, and based on this, either you get bridges or not. Suggestions for getting those bridges, as I will comment later. Once you complete this, or in parallel with this, depending on the number of courses you have to take, there is the fundamental part of the master. It is constituted by the compulsory subjects. Okay, it is 7 subjects, 7 courses that make in total 35 ECTS. And then there is the specialization part. Okay, that by means of elective courses you can take a specialization in microelectronics, in power electronics, in a lot of different, actually 7 different specialization tracks. And at the end, the master thesis. Okay, which is 20 ECTS in our case. Okay, so in detail, this means, and with the name of the courses we have, then there is the core subjects, which design of analog electronic circuits, and technology, and electronic devices, power electronics, high-level digital design, digital and electronic design, and instrumentation. Okay, so those are the 6 of the 7 core courses, because there is the innovation course here. This is the name of the semester. Doesn't mean that this is the order. You can do the core subjects, the compulsory courses in any order you like. This doesn't mean that you have to do first this and then this. You can merge as you like. And then you have the elective subjects that typically start in the 2nd semester of the master, and then you complete those elective subjects in the 3rd semester together with the master thesis. Okay, so that typically in 3 semesters, each one of them with 30 ECTS, which means typically 6 courses, you can complete the master. Okay, so going into detail with the core subjects, we have design of analog microelectronic circuits, where you will learn how to implement custom cells, okay, in microelectronic design, okay, analog systems like amplifiers, filtering, etc. Then you have high-level digital design. This is something I'm teaching, and this is showing you how to describe systems at a much higher level than the typical one you are used when you deal with RTL design. Okay, here, for instance, you can start with a C description and get huge systems. Okay, and it is not only for design but also for verification, which is important, and this is something that is taken care of here. Then you have digital and electronic design that permits you to implement electronic systems at the microelectronic level digitally using off the standard components like FinFETs and MOSFETs. Okay, and you will learn here how to implement the basic building blocks, digital building blocks that you did already in RTL, how you can implement even at transistor level. Okay, or for instance, in this stick diagram that you can see here. Then we have instrumentation, so electronic measurement science and technology, this is the actual name of the subject, where you have basically instrumentation systems that permit you to make any kind of measurements, distributed on-site, etc., and sensor systems. Okay, so we'll see here a measurement theory, and you will see sensors, and you will see sensor networks, and you will see also energy harvesting for sensor systems and these kind of things. Okay, so it is going further than typical things you see in basic instrumentation. Then you have power electronics, and power electronics is important because anything that you will implement needs to be powered in some way. Okay, in some cases you are just buying the power. In some other cases, and this is the important part here, you have to design this power supply. Okay, and basically you will learn here how to implement control systems and the basic principles for implementing DC to AC and AC to DC conversions that gives rise to the final power supply of your application. Okay, then devices. Okay, and we have technology and devices. Here you will see how it is possible to implement physically the elementary elements you need for creating any kind of microelectronic system. Okay, going from a single device to a huge system composed of billions of transistors. Okay, and here you will deal specifically with advanced devices, like for instance sensors, and the last microelectronic systems that you can use for implementing this kind of system, like for instance FinFETs or the new devices that are using most advanced technologies. Then there is innovation, and there is this subject with entrepreneurship and innovation for world challenges. Well, you will see by means of, as the name implies, challenges, okay, how to solve management issues or innovation issues within a company. Okay, it is also possible to follow this subject by means of an alternative subject in the Master of Telecommunications, which is called Management of Telecommunication Projects. The referent person for this and for all the varieties of things you can do, because it is not only this, but also this. Okay, so there are special subjects that are made in collaboration with ESADE and made in collaboration with CERN, okay, with the High Energy Center in Geneva, okay, where companies, in the case of ESADE or CERN, provide challenges for you to solve within this subject. Okay, and there are also visits that are taking place with this institution, so it is very interesting from our point of view. It is very interesting for you. Okay, and it is a different approach for tackling a subject. Then this is the core courses, so the courses you mandatorily will need to take in the master, and then the bridge courses. Those bridge courses are used for people who have a background that doesn't fit exactly with the background that is provided here in the school for the bachelor degree in electronics for telecommunications. Okay, so there is a commission, as I told you, that analyzes the curriculum that you have, the background you have, and based on this may assign to you a different subject. We have a subject for devices, another one for power electronics, another one for instrumentation, another one for digital systems, another one for microelectronic design. Okay, so depending, we analyze your background, and depending on it, we assign one or more than one of those bridges that are counted as electives. So if you have to take a bridge course, then this counts as an elective course. Okay. This is the relationship of the bridges with the core subjects. So, for instance, if you are assigned a core bridge CDL, you can only make a high-level digital design once you have passed this bridge. Okay. For instance, the same for Introduction to Electronic Design for D&D and DAMC and so on and so forth. Okay, so it is up to the commission to assign you. It is a suggestion. It is a suggestion because, well, for the degrees, for the Spanish or Catalan degrees, we know very well what is being taught there. But for the degrees abroad, it is sometimes just from the title you get in the curriculum, it is not clear what you have done. So it is up to you and up to your tutor, because everyone will have a tutor assigned, to decide if actually, even if we assign something to you, this is already good for you because you didn't have the knowledge, or not because you already had the knowledge. Okay, so it is important because it is a suggestion, and you have to agree with your supervisor, with the tutor. Okay, and it is possible to change it at the beginning of the semester. Okay, so you have here all the bridges and the description for them, and then Yes. And then about the bridge courses, the elective courses. Bridge courses are elective courses for those of you who have them assigned. Then you have seminars, okay? And you have some of the seminars that we have available in the school. And then here you have the complete list of elective courses that we have. Important point, the elective courses can be organized to get an specialization track, okay? And this is here. Those are the specialization tracks we have established. Microelectronic design, power electronics, embedded systems, semiconductor technology, biomedical engineering and sensors, microprocessor design, and innovation and management. What does it mean? It means that for any one of these tracks, I will show you there are different lectures, different courses, okay? And if you pass at least 3 of them, you get the specialization of this track, okay? Apart from the title, you get a second title that says, I have been specialized in this track, okay? So that's it. I will review quickly the contents of these tracks. For instance, for microelectronic design, you have analog and mixed signal on chip design, radio frequency integrated circuits, and system on chip physical design, and energy management for distributed and integrated systems. Okay, here you have you'll have this presentation available if they are taught in the spring semester or in the fall semester. Okay, so for instance, in that case, we have 4 lectures. If you take this, and this, the first 3 ones, then you get the specialization in this track. You may get more lectures. Okay, remember that you have 30 SCTS, so it means 6 elective courses. Okay, and just 3 of them provide you the specialization. Okay, for a given track. Okay, but you can take the elective courses as you like. There is no mandatory requirements for them. Then we have power electronics with this, power control of renewable energy, modeling, simulation, and control of power electronic system, fault management for distributed integrated system, photovoltaic systems. So you see that we have a wide approach to any aspect of electronics, embedded systems, customer smart IoT systems. It can be said how to implement machine learning in embedded systems, automotive embedded systems, hardware security in embedded systems, system on chip physical design. For semiconductor technology, hardware security embedded systems, photovoltaic systems, microelectromechanical systems, and then technology and characterization of electronic devices. This is important here because this subject is special in the sense that here in the campus we have a clean room, the department has a clean room that is being used for research purposes, but also for teaching purposes. So if you take this lecture, you will go to the clean room, and those are actual students of the master going to the clean room and creating physical devices and characterizing those physical devices. So anything, and this is one of the important aspects of the master, anything in most of the lectures is totally practical. And here, since it is about technology, you will deal with technology, you will use actual equipment for manufacturing devices, and you will manufacture devices. Okay? For biomedical engineering and sensors, also introduction to biomedical electronic systems, biomedical instrumentation, ultrasonic systems, ENC, which is also important. There is also an anechoic chamber here, a very important one, that is making even certifications for companies. So it is a very important one. And mechanical systems. For microprocessor design, this is done in collaboration with the Faculty of Computer Science, Faculty of Informatics. Okay, you will within the master MIRI, and we have processor design, multiprocessor architecture, and system on chip physical design. Okay, and then about innovation and management, there is also a specialization track about interdisciplinary innovation project, management, intercommunication projects, and technology asset management. Okay, so this is basically about the elective course by themselves. But apart from this, we have another subject which is called Introduction to Research and Innovation. So you have the possibility, if you are interested in later go for research, for instance, making a PhD, okay, then there is a course that takes 10 SCTS where you have also a supervisor, and you will be doing something that is an introduction to a research work, okay? And you have to provide something, the result is something written in the form of a paper, and it is evaluated by a jury composed of 3 people, your supervisor, me, and additional professor in the department that will be evaluating your work. Okay, this is what I told you, that taking 15 ECTS, 3 courses from the specialization, you will get a certificate from the school, okay, saying that you got this specialization track. Okay, and then you can do also elective credits in companies. Okay, so you can do curricular internships, okay, of 10 CTS for 300 hours, and extracurricular up to 900 hours, maximum per year. Okay, so it is also possible, okay, to take not only this internship, but also make the internship plus the master thesis in a company. Okay, so Francesc Rey is the contact for this, and here you have the web page for this. But it is a possibility to do it without any problem. Okay, and there are a lot of students that typically, since they are working in a company, they decide to make internship and later on the master thesis. The internship in some companies is used for getting the student used to the design flow, to the processes and so on in the company, and then afterwards it comes the master thesis. Okay? And then we can recognize also credits for your experience. So if you're working in a company, we can recognize CCTCS for 1,600 hours or 10 CTS for 2,666 hours. Okay? But this is incompatible with Introduction to Research. So you can take either Introduction to Research or recognition of credits or internship in companies. Okay? Then this is done, this is the suggested way of doing it in the last semester. Okay, so once you have completed, for instance, this is intended for the compulsory part, the fundamentals, then here you make the specialization, and then you complete with some electives or just internship plus the master thesis. Okay, and you can do mobility. Okay, so and actually it is suggested that you take mobility also in the same semester. Okay, in the last semester. Okay, where electives and the master can be done either here or abroad. Okay, and we have agreements with some other universities, and also, as I told you, within the Green Chips project, it is expected that master students from this master will go to some other universities, okay, for making, for taking courses, mandatory courses or elective courses, okay. So this is also not only possible, but even suggested for you to do in the last semester, okay, because it is a way of getting a broader view of electronics from another culture or another way of working. Israel Martin is the contact point for this. It is the responsible for the international relations in the school. Okay, so and it is suggested that you take in the last semester. Okay, things should be done in a reasonable way, so it means that you should already complete all the core subjects and some elective subjects before going abroad. Okay, because otherwise coming back is difficult and completing the master is difficult. Okay, so it is important for you to complete things in the right order and in the right way. Okay, so the sources information, well, I will quickly there. This is the web page. Myself, okay, here you have all my coordinates, and then the administration of the school that now will be presented in more details. Okay, so I'm passing this quickly. And the academic requirements, this is important, or relatively important. Okay, you have to complete at least 15 ECTS, so 3 courses during the first academic year. Okay, otherwise, you may go out of the master. This is not typically the case, so it is very seldom, but it may happen. Okay, so you should be aware of this. And once it is completed, you have 6 years for completing the master. Okay, so 12 semesters for completing the master. Okay, it is suggested to complete as soon as possible, of course, in the interest of you. Okay, but you have up to 6 years for completing the master, something that is intended for 1.5 years. Okay, so you have in principle 4 more times than in principle needed in order to complete the master. Okay, and then a few words for the foreign students that will be explained later. So you need to get, if you come from abroad, the stranger identity card. That you have some forms that are available already in the school for getting it. That the renewal is relatively easy, but there are some requirements. So you have to enroll at least between 25, 30 ECTS and pass at least 90% of the ECTS that you have enrolled per semester. Okay, and then in any case, just before coming here, contact the UPC International Students Office, okay, for getting all the details and a lot of information about your stay here. Okay, so that's basically all from my side. And now Sonia will continue.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I will basically present a few slides just for you to successfully go through all the steps you need to know in order to pre-enroll to this master degree. So just a moment. These presentations will be both sent to you, so you will have all these links available if you need to check it later on.
and we will go. Okay. Okay. So this is just a video, very easy one that will lead you to all the procedure, and also you have the prices and everything, but correspond to this academic year, okay? So as he already explained, there are two ways, or you can start either this spring semester, this academic year, or you can start in September. Of course, it depends if you have already been graduated from your bachelor degree. But in case you are now finishing your bachelor degree, you only, if you can prove that you have only like 30 ECTS pending, because it's just your bachelor thesis and some subjects, then you will be able to start now in February. If you are interested to do so, it's already open and it will close in December 11, okay? And then you will know about the admission. Usually we take like 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks to process all our applications, but the official resolution won't be published until January. But you will know about your situation during the process, okay? And the classes will start in February. Sorry. Vale. Sorry about that. Is okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So now, if you want to start next academic year in September, then you will have to wait until March 1st, okay? That the application will be open until July 1st, okay? This is a very long period of time, and we strongly recommend you to do it as soon as possible. Please don't leave everything to the last moment, because then if there is some issues with your documents or whatever, we need time to solve these problems. Can you hear me properly? Okay. Then we strongly recommend you to try to do this procedure with time. So it's open in March, and you feel free to start doing your procedure. And then the resolution will be published in July, the official one, but the enrollment also will be in July this year. But you will probably know about your admission step by step. So please try to do it as soon as possible, and you will know about your situation, okay? It's very easy. Even if you are students from the UPC, you have to go through a new website. It's not e-Secretaria where you are used to work now. So you will have to go to this new link and register, okay? Even if you are already in the UPC. Once you are there, you need to put your identity and all the details. If you are already from the UPC, of course, we already have them, so it's nothing additional that we need to know, but you have to go through this website, and then you need to specify your bachelor degree. Once you've done this, you have to upload some documents. The documents are resumed here. If you are from the UPC, it's very simple. You just need to have your English certificate and your curriculum vitae. That's very important. He has already explained about that earlier. And then if you come from another public university here, of course, we need to know about your bachelor degree and your transcript of records and your bachelor diploma, okay? About the transcript of records, most of you are still finishing, or you will be finishing your bachelor degree when you apply for the master degree. So we understand that you may not have your diploma, so don't wait until July to finish, just do your pre-enrollment application earlier. We are aware of this situation, but what we ask you is to upload the most recent transcript of records, even if it's not the official one. But we need to know that you are capable to finish your bachelor degree when you apply, okay? So that's very important. And also it's very important to have all the optional subjects you have been taking in your bachelor degree. So the admission committee knows specifically about your background, and they can assign you the right supervisor, and they can advise you some subjects. So this is very important, okay? For those of you coming from abroad, we also need your passport, your English certificate, your curriculum vitae, and of course the transcript and the bachelor diploma. Important, legalized and translated if it's not in English, okay? So this is important. And also it's very useful for us if we have a certificate with the equivalences, with the rating system, and also some document or some link that lead us to the content of the subjects you have been taken in your bachelor degree. And this is important because they will know better your background, so they can evaluate you better, okay? Of course, If you are still finishing your bachelor degree, we will not require you to have this document officially signed, digitally signed, and with a verification code, so we can prove that this is a right document, the validity of this document. We understand that when you finish, you will ask for this official document. But for the enrollment, it will be mandatory. You have to bear this in mind, because in some countries, it will take time to legalize the documents, so have this in mind, okay? So once you have uploaded everything, then you have to choose the master degree you want to apply for. In this site, you can apply for several master degree, and for each master degree you apply, you have to pay 30 euros for each one, okay? This is not refundable if you finally don't enroll, okay? So once everything is correctly uploaded, we will validate your application, and then is when the admission committee will start to know about you, okay? And you will know about the status of your application. You can either inform through this website, and also we send you the email, okay? During this process, how can we assist you? Well, you have telephone number over here. You have a master account also, email account. You can come in person, of course. Bear in mind that you have to ask for a prior appointment. And also, during the enrollment, we will have some chat available to help you through the procedure, okay? So hopefully everything is okay, you are a good candidate and you are accepted, okay? So you will receive a notification from us saying that you've been accepted to the master degree. Then you actively need to accept this place, because if not, the procedure will stay there, okay? So when you accept, then is when the e-secretaria, if you are already from the UPC, you will find that you will have a new transcript now with the master information, not just the bachelor. You will have added the master degree. And if you are not from the UPC, you will have access to this platform, which is called e-Secretaria, and is where you will be able to enroll and to have all your records there, okay? Once there, they will ask you to pay 300 euros, okay? This 300 euros is like an advance of the enrollment fees. It means that when you enroll in July, it will be deducted. So it's not just a surcharge, but it's mandatory and essential if you need an admission letter. This is very important, those of you coming from abroad, because we know that the visa requires a lot of time for you to do so, and we can only send this letter to you once you have correctly fulfill all these steps. So first, if you need time, do it as soon as possible, because this is mandatory, okay? Those of you from here, you need to know that all the master's degree we have in the school, they are all official ones, so they are all for the becas de Ministerio de Educación. So if you are already granted, you can also ask this grant for the master degree, but you should know that the deadlines were advanced. So usually they start in March until May. So you need to have this in mind. Even if you don't know your confirmation, your acceptance to the master degree, you need to require for the beca, okay? And then they will solve later on. But this is very important, because usually in May, it's already finished, okay? And then for those of you coming from abroad, unfortunately, we don't have any kind of grants. So if you need, you need to come granted from your own country, okay? So that's all from my part, just to give you some information where to contact us, and just let you know that now I give back the ground to Juan Manuel, and anything you may need, we can assist you, okay? Now we are going to finish recording, so if you have any personal, issues with us, and so feel free, because we are not going